You are an explorer, and you represent our species. The greatest good you can do is to bring back a new idea, because our world is endangered. Our world is in crisis because of the absence of consciousness. And so, to whatever degree any one of us can bring back a small piece of the picture and contribute it to the building of the new paradigm, then we participate in the redemption of the human spirit. And that, after all, is what it's really all about. What we're saying is we must dissolve the artificial boundaries that confine our perceptions. Culture is a scheme for maintaining and creating boundaries. It replaces reality with a linguistically supported delusion, and behind that delusion then programs of genocide, arms races, sexism, classism, racism, all can operate very, very comfortably. Search your own soul and ask what obsession or interest of mine would contribute to the grand project of boundary dissolution. The World Wide Web dissolves boundaries. Love is a boundary dissolving enterprise. Each of us, in our way, should find ways to express love. It's not woo-woo, it's a very practical matter that has thousands of expressions. The human imagination dissolves boundaries. Caring for, empowering, and building a future that honors the past, honors the planet, and honors the power of the human imagination. There is nothing as powerful, as capable of transforming itself and the planet as the human imagination. Let's not sell it straight. Let's not whore ourselves to nitwit ideologies. Let's not give our control over to the least among us. Rather, claim your place in the sun. Go forward into the light. The tools are there. The path is known. You simply have to turn your back on a culture that has gone sterile and dead and get with the program of a living world and a re-empowerment of the imagination. The fearful among us have set the social agenda for all of us, have led us to the brink of catastrophe. The lethal vehicle that is carrying us toward the brink of apocalypse. If we could feel what we are doing to the earth, we would stop immediately. Because a man hitting himself on the head with a hammer stops immediately. The feedback loop is very short. So we have compartmentalized our lives, and this allows us to do the fatal and lethal work that is destroying the planet, destroying community. We are trying to find a doorway into a new world for the spirit, and it is going to come. There was once a fish who had a great deal of doubts about this plan to conquer the land, and tried to urge everyone to think again that no good could possibly come of it. But in fact, the forward thrust of evolution is toward higher dimensions, greater complexity, more information, greater connectedness, and a deeper and deeper sense of the all-pervasiveness of love and meaning. That's what it's really about, this transcendental element which we call love. When we dissolve all the boundaries, this is what we will discover, is an unconditional caring, an unconditional affection that flows through all life and all matter and gives it meaning. A higher dimensional perspective on reality, higher dimensional in the mathematical sense. Literally, you are lifted out of the plane of cultural assumptions and can look down with the kind of godlike understanding that one obtains when one flies in an airplane over a landscape previously only viewed from the ground. The wider horizon of reality. Whoever discovered water, it certainly wasn't a fish. Well, we are fish swimming in consciousness. The doorway that the Gaian mind has installed in the historical process to let anybody out anytime they want to, provided they have the courage to turn the knob and walk through the door. Nature loves courage. Nature loves courage. You make the commitment, and nature will respond to that commitment by removing impossible obstacles. Dream the impossible dream, and the world will not grind you under. It will lift you up. This is the trick. This is what all these teachers and philosophers who really counted, who really touched the alchemical goal, this is what they understood. This is the shamanic dance in the waterfall. This is how magic is done. By hurling yourself into the abyss and discovering that it's a feather there. Doorways opening on to vistas of self-exploration, empowerment, and hope for the human enterprise. Ignorance is no longer an excuse, and what few democratic values we have obtained, what little space for reasoned discourse has been created, will be the first to be swept away. It's very, very important that people take back their minds. We are at a critical turning point. The tools, the data that holds the potential for our salvation is now known. It is available. It is among us. It's up to each one of us to relate to this situation in a fashion that will allow us to answer the question that will surely be put to us at some point in the future, which is, what did you do to help save the world?
Entirely to the service of life overcomes this world. Your being comes alive. You become a force of nature.